I'm Scott Coon, author of Godless Armageddon. The number one rule in creative writing is always think of your readers. Surprises belong in the plot, not in the grammar. To that end, let me share some rules for numbers in creative writing. The first rule of using numbers in creative writing is, when in doubt, write it out. Just write out the numbers, exactly the way you would say it in real life. Whether it's in dialogue or in prose, just write it out. If you don't know if you need to write out a number like 1776, or you want to actually write the number 1776, just write it out. It's creative writing, not accounting. That being said, you often should use numbers in creative writing. When writing dates, default to your local date writing standards. In the United States, as of 2024, that standard is to write out the name of the month, followed by the number of the day, a comma, and the number of the year. Just like this, July 4, 1776. However, you have the option of writing out the numbers in a date. It can be the right way to go, especially when you're doing something stylized, such as in the year of our Lord 1776. Also, a reference to a decade, such as the 1950s, can be spelled out 1950s, or it can be written 1950s with a 1950S. Same with addresses. For example, if you needed to write out a street address, the house number is a number, and if for some reason you needed it, the zip code or equivalent would also be a number or a number letter combination depending on your local usage. An example would be the White House in the capital of the United States, and that address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, which stands for Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20500. Highways are often numbered and can be written out in multiple ways. You can refer to California's Pacific Coast Highway as Highway 101, Highway 101, Highway 101, or as Highway 101. Like numbered roads, money can be written in different ways. The paperweight from Better Off Dead wanted is $2 or $2 or $2 for how Americans write their money. For money or other numbers with a significant decimal place, always remember that "and" means decimal point. 1776 is the number like the year, but 1776 is actually 1700.76. If the paperboy from Better Off Dead wanted another 50 cents, he could have demanded his $2.50, $2.50, $2.50, or $2.50, but he would definitely not demand $2.50. That's because the United States always uses two decimal places when expressing a fraction of a dollar. And how you write out money is going to vary from place to place, so conform to whatever the local rules are. Another place you might run into decimal place is in your grade point average. If you had a GPA of 3.86, you could write it exactly like that, or 3.86, 3 8/600ths of a point, or 3 8/8600ths. The English language has also retained Roman numerals for special use. This is usually reserved for numbering things of great importance but limited quality, such as descendants in a family or sequels to a movie. As Bart Simpson once put it, Rocky 2 plus Rocky 5 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. Here's an example from the opening to my novel, Godless Armageddon. As one might expect from someone in the afterlife, the story I have to tell starts on the day I died, when I was still Staff Sergeant Thomas Jefferson Stoneshield VII. An exception to this usage would be sarcasm, which I recently encountered in a friend's work. Instead of some guy's name, the third, since the character was speaking the name was poking fun, I suggested writing it out in italics to illustrate the speaker's sarcasm in some guy's name, the third. You have options when writing numbers in fiction. Pick what you feel suits your story and then be consistent with it. But if in doubt, write it out. I hope this video has helped you better understand how to use numbers in creative writing. Remember, you are trying to convey complex ideas to somebody using squiggles on a page. That's hard enough. Don't make it harder, make it easier, and save the surprises for your plot twists. And look for my novel, Godless Armageddon, anywhere that books are sold. Thank you.